Peace, family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about how they never really vibed with you. They never really vibed with you. It was all an act. It was all artificial. They just like to try to get as close as they can to your light, to your energy, to your vibration. They want to figure out how it is you do what you do, where you get that sauce from. You know, if they can break, bend, or fold you. And then also they get a couple accolades by being beside you. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of them, if you haven't realized, they're usually surprised. And a lot of these beings always ask, so why do you like me? Or what's up? Why you feeling me? How you what make you look at me in this way or something like that? Beings and entities that ask this question know how disgusting they are on the inside. In here and in here. They know extremely well how much toxic and like unhealthy, rotten-ish is spewing all through them on the inside. These beings never had your best interest at heart. They never will have your best interest at heart. They don't even have their best interests at heart. They wouldn't be suicide bombers on silly missions if they actually had more to give, you know. And I had one being I was communicate with throughout life, and they had said something like it should be about the next generation and that they gotta do a better job for their siblings and all this shit. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, your words ain't matching up with your actions. What you saying sounds cool, but I'm communicating with you from this space, you know. It's a big age gap difference, you know. I think it's like a 20-year age gap difference. But it's no way that it would be that much of a gap difference. You getting information over here, but you're still taking your own routes and methods, which is showing that you're not really about that life. I was giving one being some insight as far as like when people trying to get into my space, I see what they willing to do for themselves, and then I usually test them to see what they willing to do for me. But it's always I'm gonna run some tests. That's just how it works. I don't care who anybody is, what's what. I'm gonna run my tests. That's what I do. But I had gave somebody a test because they was really unorganized. I knew they was using the demonic playbook, but they was using it from this new age spiritualism standpoint, which is pretty garbage. And you're not gonna confuse me with all this talking in circles and using words and dialect that just don't even make sense. They like, yeah, grass, trees, leaf, fence, wall. And I'm like, what? That's what it sounds like when they start talking. They be like, leaves, wall, house, tree, fall. And I'm like, And in their worlds, they be like, did you not see the signs? Did you not? Oh my gosh, signs. Oh, it's 11:11, it's 1:11, it's 4:11, it's 2:11, it's 7:11. I'm like, yo, have you ever realized that maybe you just look at the fucking clock too much? You have, some of these beings got too much time on their hands. What they say about idle time? Idle time is devil's time. That's what they say. You know what I mean? So if I had that much time in the world to watch the clock every day, of course I'm going to see every single number that crosses. I'm like, oh, it's 101. That means something. Oh, it's 103. That means something. Oh, it's 106. That means something. Oh, okay, 108. It's like, what the fuck am I doing with my life if I can just sit here and look at this goddamn clock all day? Man, the New Agers is like, they are really burning me out. And I guess because of the vibration that I'm in and I put out, they just all assume that like that shit's gonna work over here. Like, you don't hear me or see me talking about that kind of stuff. But then you come presenting it to me as if I don't know it and as if I want to learn it. I don't. I fuck with my crystals and stones, right? Because these are not evil, ill intention. It's usually the entities. This stone right here, me and my daughter made. Like, y'all can go out and make your own shit. This hemp necklace was homemade. These coppers was given to me from a guest that was on my Godcast. Like, these things have meaning to me. It's not that, oh yeah, I had to get this on because I don't know how to protect myself, so I need spiritual protection for that. Nah, fuck that. I made it to this space and I was spiritually protected before I started getting into homemade jewelry. People always like, oh man, you got all those big stones on your neck, you blah blah blah. And I'm like, nigga, this homemade. Ain't no different. You watch 1,000 videos with niggas with big ass gold chains and platinum chains and shit on. Like, shut your stupid ass up. You're probably still watching them too. Shit mind blowing. Anyways, these people will see what time you on, and they will still come in your space and dictate your vibration and dare you to stop dealing with them. And what I realize is, right, for us, when we get to these spaces, it's like when we open the door and something happens right away. Sometimes we feel as though it happened too fast. Sometimes we're like, damn, we saw these signs too quick. I seen that flag come up right away. And it's like, is it me just always being edgy, or is this motherfucker really a whole red flag walking? We usually never wrong. You can process your life and how many times you've actually been wrong when it comes to being able to read the environment or the energy that you are actually around. What's crazy is, right, how I just made that statement. Because these beings on the other side are always wrong, but they live in a space, when I say always, as a percentage scale, meaning about 80 to 90% they're wrong. They have that small 10% to 20% where they right, where we got to give a little bit of credit, you know what I mean? They be like, hey, your shoes untied. You be like, oh shit, bet. That falls into that category, you know what I mean? Or you may have misplaced something or did something, they help you out with that small thing. But the hugest difference is they want to be right. We want to be proven wrong. They want to be right. We want to be proven wrong. In my world, it's like, I seen a red flag walking. They open the door. It's like, I want to be proven wrong. They start opening their mouth. They're trying to prove how right they are. We've already started off in a competition, and that's already not going to work. These are all signs and signals how we know that these beings were never really for us in the beginning. They never vibe with us like that, you know? They enjoy how much, I don't even gonna say they enjoy, because they don't enjoy shit. We give them premium gas when we are giving them life, when we're giving them attention, when we're giving them energy, when we're giving them material items. We bring so much life, joy, prosperity. You know, we can name a lot of things that we bring into these beings' life. If I was a low vibrational being and somebody always came around lifting me up, picking me up, putting food in my belly, putting money in my pocket, putting my spirit in a much more joyful space, I would love that too. But I'm one of them beings that go around people who are out here in the real world, and it's just like, damn, I'm always the one who got to pick somebody's spirit up. I'm always the one that got to help out and extend this hand there, help out and extend this energy there. And then sometimes we get to a space to where we do get burnt the fuck out, you know what I mean? And then our red flags and our signs and stuff, we do kind of pin them on certain beings immediately. One, because it saves us time from having to go through that inner battle that we don't talk about with everybody else. A lot of us go through our own inner battles up here, and we manage and face situations without discussing with everybody else. But you got to remember, the same way we look at people, or people look at us, and then we're processing things in here and figuring out situations and all these things that happen in here and in here, they do the same thing. I never looked at one vessel and thought, oh, that's just a vessel, you know? I always process them inside of their world, in their world, the same way I'm inside of my world. So when you giving these people all this love, life, and it's not being reciprocated, it's because they was never riding with you. They was never vibing with you. Their job is to drain you. You come around, you like a gas tank. You know, you can drop a little bit here in this car and help that car. You can drop a little bit here and help that car. Drop a little bit, help that car. But these ones around us, they like, soon as you put that gas thing in there, they're like, hold on, I got this. And they move your hands out the way and literally start using all the gas and fill it up. So now what does that mean? You're out of gas. What do you do when you're out of gas? You have to go back to the gas station to refill up. That means we have to go back within. We have to reconnect with source. We have to meditate, woosah, focus on the breathing to start rejuvenating our energy back. You know how much of a process that is? Especially when we're like only meant to give a little bit, or people just start extracting large lump sums. I done had conversations with people where I was only calling for 2 minutes and ended up on the phone for almost 2 hours. You know, in my past, not as so much right now because I'm really aware, but I still recently have been having, you know, occasionally them phone calls where it's supposed to be like 60 seconds to a minute, and it end up dragging out to about 5-10 minutes, a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Every situation is different, and depending on where you at, it depends on how much energy you're gonna want to give. You know, but I would just say keep your guards and your defenses airtight. Because I mentioned in every video, if they not connecting with source, then 10 times out of 10, you know what I mean, they not connecting with you. That's where all the love, light, and the receptors are at. That's where you don't have to avoid your feelings. See, when you on that other side using that weird playbook, all that shit is avoidant, ducking, hiding, running, skipping, scurrying, you know, all of it is the opposite of what we get to relax and enjoy and experience over here. A lot of people tell me, you show too much feelings and emotions. I don't give a fuck. I'm a spiritual being connected with source, having a human experience. Just because you disconnected don't mean I'm going to be disconnected. I just understand myself extremely well. I can raise my temperature up here, be emotionally connected, and then still, after that situation died down, I'm back to woosah. Everybody cannot do that, you know? So most beings always feel as though when we ramp up, like we just stay there. Like, no, if we stayed there, we wouldn't be where we at today, you know? We don't stay on those vibrations. We just understand protection and defense. We don't just ramp up for no reason. When you're ramping up, it's because something is happening in the spiritual realm and you feel you need to protect yourself or defend yourself. And if you having a connection or a communication with source, or y'all talking about source and God and this love and light, it wouldn't be that vibration that I'm describing right now. It would be a lot more love and light, but that's not what it be. That's another way you can always tell these motherfuckers don't vibe with us, you know? That's why they always have some weird thing going on where they gotta disappear, ghost, stop responding to you, you know, or avoid questions. It's like, how you avoid a question that's in a text message? That's crazy to me. That's intentional. To me, I just be like, damn, like they must really think I'm low value or that I don't value myself at all. I just like wasted energy. I'm just gonna ask questions and just be okay with you ducking around. I'm like, what color is the grass? And you be like, oh, did you see the moon today? And I'm like, yo, now I'm gonna be a dick because I'm about to reiterate the same thing that I just asked. You know what I mean? You're not just gonna duck around what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I asked the question, you know? So, yeah, just be mindful of a lot of these things, you know? It's always the signs and symptoms is always there. Half of them don't really vibe with us on that level, you know? And if they're not talking about the source and connecting with the source and the creator, then it's not gonna have any real substance longevity-wise. You know what I mean? But I ain't want to run it up too long. Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.